to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. In light of Christ coming to fulfill the law, Matthew chapter 5, how should we approach Old Testament commands on this side of the resurrection? Great question. And Galatians chapter 3 kind of helps us a little bit here, where it talks about the law being a schoolmaster. And a schoolmaster, or instruction or education, isn't to show us or tell us what we know, but to show us where we are deficient. And so all these Old Testament ceremonial laws and rituals were to show us our need for a Messiah, obviously fulfilled in the person of Jesus Christ. So we go back and there's laws and rules about what you eat and what days and what you wear and your clothing, the type of materials and such. And so there's a lot of different ways that people kind of approach or divide this. Kind of the way that I do it is this, that if it is what I would consider I call it ceremonial law. You say ceremony, that's my word, which means that the clothing and the type of materials it was made out of, the shellfish that you can or you cannot eat, all those things, I consider those as non-binding on a New Testament believer in Jesus Christ. However, just because they're not binding does not mean they're not a guide for good health, good living, etc. Now, on the other side of the equation, we have things that are not just ceremonial, but they involve our relationship with the Lord, like do not kill and do not covet and honor your mother and your father. I mean, these are relation-based, not ceremonial-based. And I would say that even though they do not determine our relationship with the Lord, they can assist with our fellowship with the Lord. So the ceremonial ones kind of help us maybe with health, guidance, direction. The relational ones help us with our fellowship with the Lord. And then, I know I'm kind of teasing for another question, then you have ones regarding what we might call the Sabbath day, which according to Exodus chapter 31 was for the Jews and not for the church. And the New Testament church is never commanded to celebrate the Sabbath within the letters of the Apostle Paul. And so you kind of see three layers. There's ceremonial, there's relational or fellowship, and then there's those that are specific to, but not at all remotely related to what we know as the body known as the church. So again, we take them kind of as they are. They do not make a relationship with the Lord, but they can assist in our fellowship. Great question. If you have one, send to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question be tomorrow's. Thank you so much for being a part of our daily question here at the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. I want to encourage you on a few things. Number one, if you have a question to ask, submit it to AskJeff.net. Eventually, we'll get around to your question. Secondly, we'd encourage you to subscribe. That way, each and every day, Monday through Friday, you get a reminder of our question of the day. And last but not least, I want to remind you that on Wednesday evenings, live at First Baptist Church of Opelika, FBCOpelika.com, we do a solid hour of Ask Jeff where we dig into the questions more than just 60 or 90 seconds. Sometimes we take the entire hour. All that being said, AskJeff.net is where you submit a question to this channel each and every day, Monday through Friday.